Lost on the Battlefield by Ennio. I can't see anything around me, but slowly, I start hearing louder and louder noises. They are like screams and gnashing of teeth, sending shivers down my spine. A few moments later, I hear a female voice saying, "Female voice 1. It's okay, I've saved you." I try to open my eyes, although my eyelids feel as heavy as lead. Finally, I manage to look around. The first thing I see is the face of a girl, around 25 to 27 years old, with green eyes and dark blonde hair, long down to her shoulders. She is very beautiful and has a gentle gaze. I glance around and see a boy around the same age as her, a woman aged 40 to 45, and another girl. I realize that they were fighting some kind of creatures that were trying to surround us. The girl helps me get up from the ground, and then we slowly advance through those creatures until we reach a rock with a fairly large crack in it. We slip through that crack one by one, and later on we find ourselves in an open space where there is a metal door. The woman opens the door, and we enter inside. Then she says, "Female voice 1. Here, we are safe." After that, the girl who helped me says, "Girl 1. Finally home." Then she comes to me and asks me, "Girl 1. Are you okay? Do you know where we are or who you are?" I am very confused and try to remember my name or what happened and how I ended up here, but my mind is in total darkness. I respond, "Me. Yes, I'm okay. Thank you so much for your help." Me. But I don't know who I am or who you all are, and I have no idea where we are. Me. Or how we got here. What were those creatures, and what is this place? Then the girl tells me, "Girl 1. My name is Alexandra. Alexandra. That woman is my mother Natalie. Alexandra. That is my best friend Elena. Alexandra. And that is our friend Nikolai. Alexandra. This is the place where people try to survive underground. Alexandra. Because the surface of the earth has been taken over by those creatures. Alexandra. That many say are demons, while others say they are actually hellhounds." Later on, I learned from Alexandra that even though she was born a girl, she somehow felt like she should have been a boy. In the middle of the night, I hear whispers coming from the other room. I open the door, walk down the corridor, and when I reach the door of the room, I open it slightly and catch a glimpse of the girl's mother talking to someone. I can't see the person's face, but from the voice, it seems to be an imposing man with a powerful voice. The girl's mother says, "Natalie. She doesn't know about him." For a moment, I thought she was referring to me, but then the man replies, "The man. She shouldn't find out about her brother. I sent him there to keep him away from her. The man. They shouldn't know about each other, and it's better this way." A few moments later, the girl's mother says, "Natalie. But do you think he is safe there?" The man. "We didn't send him to hell to be safe. The man. We took him there to make him stronger and keep him away from his sister." I quickly close the door and run to the room where the others were sleeping. I can't believe what I heard. The next day, I decide to leave without telling anyone where I'm going or why. I wake up earlier, before anyone notices that I intend to leave, take a sword with me, and leave that house. I start carving my way through those creatures, fighting them as if I had been doing it my whole life. Not even knowing which direction I should head, and not even knowing how I knew how to use a sword so well. I let myself be carried by the inner spirit that seems to know exactly what it's doing and where it's guiding me. And later on, I see two boys emerging from what seems to be a dark and quite low cave. As soon as I see the first boy, I realize that he is the brother of the girl who helped me, the boy her mother was talking about. Then I realize that he carved his own way out of hell, alongside another slightly younger boy. As soon as they come out of the cave, I approach them and say to the boy, "Me. I'm glad I found you. I was coming to find you." Then he says, "Alexandra's brother. I'm Alex. My parents took me to hell since I was born. Alex. And I recently found out that I have a sister on the surface. Alex. That's why I decided to escape from that horrifying place and make my way to my sister. Alex. Sister. This is Robert. I met him down there." Once again, The creatures start coming from all directions, and their numbers seem to be increasing. Feeling tired, I tell Alex, me, I don't know how much longer I can fight, but I know the way to your sister. Alex, stay behind us. We'll defend you. Just follow us and show us the way. Alex and Robert start fighting the creatures while we make our way through them. We arrive at a dimly lit place that seems to be some kind of underground cave. We step on some wooden platforms that are slightly separated from each other. Although I had been here before on my journey to find Alex, it's as if I'm only just now beginning to realize what the place looks like. After advancing quite a bit on those wooden platforms, I say to Alex, me, we're almost there. A little. Further ahead, on the left side, there is a crack in that rock. We'll enter through that crack, and once we go through the door, the two brothers will be reunited for the first time. The two brothers embrace, and at that moment, an electric shock surrounds them, followed by a powerful blast that hits all of us in the room, pushing us against the walls of the house. The impact against the wall hits my head, causing me to regain my memory. As I fall to the ground, I feel a small electric impulse in my brain, which allows me to visualize the functions of my brain and how the electrical impulses circulate through my brain and then throughout my entire body. Then, like a jolt, my brain truly wakes up from a deep sleep. Suddenly, I remember who I was and everything that had happened in the past. I quickly rise to my feet, extending and flexing my angel wings, ready for battle. Alex and Alexandra are slightly frightened and confused by everything that has happened. Seeing their faces, I realize everything that had transpired and that I had temporarily lost my memory, which had now found its way back to me. I relax my body and wings, then say, me. My name is Raziel. I am the angel responsible for the secrets of the universe. Raziel. God has also entrusted me with the ability to see the future and ensure that it unfolds according to his plan. Then I look towards the mother of the two brothers, who doesn't seem pleased with their reunion. In fact, her face reveals a sense of fear. Then I look at Alex and Robert and say, Raziel, Alex, I'm sorry, but I am the angel responsible for your time in hell. Raziel, Robert, you two were carried there by me some time later. Raziel, Alex, your parents asked me to take you far away from your sister, Raziel, to a place where you couldn't return on your own and couldn't reunite with her. Raziel, Robert, you did nothing wrong. Please forgive me. It wasn't personal. Raziel, but I needed someone to appear in Alex's life in hell at a crucial moment for him. Raziel, when he felt like he couldn't go on in any way. Raziel, that would have been the moment of your appearance, to prolong his stay there. There is no resentment towards either of you. Raziel, but all of this has been and is part of God's plan to prepare Alex for what lies ahead. I also explained to them that, Raziel, before losing consciousness, I was heading to Alexandra's house to speak with your mother, Raziel, and tell her that it was time for you, Alex, to leave hell. However, before entering the crack in the rock, Raziel, something or someone struck me forcefully in the back of my head. Raziel, causing me to lose consciousness and memory temporarily. Raziel, now you need to be prepared for what comes next. At that moment, surprised, they all speak at once and say, everybody, what comes next? Then I tell them, Raziel, before I tell you that, my dear Alex and Alexandra, you need to know that, Raziel, the reason for your separation is the powers you possess when you are together. Raziel, when you are together, the two of you can create new universes or destroy this one in which we live. Raziel, your power is beyond devastating, and that is why your parents decided to separate you. Raziel, however, I have brought you back together because, even though I didn't know who I was for a while, Raziel, my subconscious still knew what my mission was and what the future looked like. As for what comes next, Raziel, the time has come for the world as you know it to come to an end and give birth to a new world. Raziel, in a few moments, we will leave this house and embark on the fight of our lives as we make our way to the surface. Raziel, where my brothers await me, and together, we will fight against the demons and hellhounds. Raziel. Unfortunately, that's all I can tell you, and now it's time for us to live. I grasp the door handle, and, before opening the door, I say, Raziel, be prepared for the worst and hope for the best. Then each of us arms ourselves with swords, and we step out of the house, passing through the crack in the rock that leads to the underground cave where we expect to encounter thousands of creatures. I raise my sword, flex my wings once, again, and say to those behind me, cover your eyes. As the demons advance towards us, prepared to attack, I emit a powerful light, shattering those in the first 5 rows and temporarily blinding the rest. Then, with the team of people with me, we begin our attack against the demons. We start carving our way through the wooden platforms, heading towards the left side of the road that leads to the surface. With each step we take, we leave behind the creaking boards under the weight of the demon corpses. Once we reach the surface, the demons stop attacking us, as if their goal had been to keep us trapped underground. That's when I realize that's exactly what they wanted, because their king, the devil, knew about Alex's escape and reunion with his sister. And that's precisely what he wanted. His goal was to get his hands on the 2 of you to absorb your power to destroy the universe and create new universes. And how better to do that than to keep you united in a safe place? I then tell them, Raziel, from now on, fear not. No one will harm you. Raziel, please go and hide somewhere, and no matter what happens from here on, do not come out. Raziel, I will immediately send 2 of my warrior brothers to watch over you. Everyone present, astonished by what they saw on the surface, barely hears what I said, being captivated by the images of a world seemingly destroyed by atomic bombs that had devastated everything. Wherever they looked, they saw only remnants of what used to be towering blocks and buildings, now exposing their iron skeletons through crumbling and fragmented concrete shells. The places where smaller buildings once stood were now just piles of debris, and the groves of trees barely displayed a few roots, as if formed by charred trunks. After a few moments of stunned observation, my human friends snapped back to reality and headed towards a dilapidated building that barely stood on its feet, seeking shelter under those concrete structures with well-defined supporting columns, now exposed among the concrete fragments. 2 of my angel brothers then approached that building and assumed a defensive position. Now I knew it was the moment when the great final battle would begin, and we had to do everything possible to defeat the devil before he could lay hands on the 2 brothers. However, as in any battle with him, he would send his army ahead to fight for him before revealing himself. And so, all of my brothers, together with the Archangel Michael, began to strike down the demons and hellhounds one by one. However, during the battles, I had another vision of what was about to happen. In my vision, the devil had already seized the 2 brothers after killing my angelic brothers who were meant to guard the children. And as soon as he took hold of Alex and Alexandra, he absorbed their powers, leaving their lifeless bodies on a pile of stones. Then my vision showed me the moment when Archangel Michael fought with Lucifer, engaging in a fierce battle, overpowering him and about to pierce his head with a sword. But before doing so, the devil snapped his fingers on his left hand, creating new universes and a powerful shockwave that threw Michael far away from him. Then the devil disappeared and hid in one of the freshly created parallel universes. My vision came to an end. When I returned to reality, I quickly realized that one of the demons was about to impale me with a sword. I tried to dodge, but I wasn't fast enough to completely avoid the blade, so it wounded me, but not severely enough to prevent me from continuing the fight. While my angelic brothers and I fought the demons and hellhounds, the devil took the form of a snake and made his way through the piles of debris, sneaking up behind the 2 angels who were guarding the 2 brothers. Once he emerged on the surface near the angels, he resumed his natural form, killed the 2 angels, and then captured the 2 brothers. Since I was quite far from the building where my human friends were hiding, I tried to make my way towards them to ensure their safety. However, When I approached them, I saw Lucifer tossing the lifeless body of Alexandra alongside Alex's on that pile of stones. What I feared the most was now becoming a reality. Knowing that there was nothing more I could do for them, and that their souls were now in heaven, I decided to quickly make my way through the demons towards Michael to warn him about Lucifer's plan and what would happen if Michael didn't kill him when he had the chance. I was going to warn him that a moment of hesitation would be enough for the devil to escape with his life. After fighting the demons around me and making my way through them towards Michael, I warned him about what was about to happen and what my vision had shown me, but he confidently replied, "Michael, do not worry, my brother. There will be no hesitation when the time comes." While I was talking to Michael, the devil took the form of a hellhound and maneuvered through the battling angels around us until he reached behind Michael. He then reverted to his natural form and attacked Michael, initiating the final battle. After Michael struck Lucifer several times in the ribs, arms, and legs, causing him to fall to the ground, Michael rushed towards him with his sword raised. However, just like in my vision, Lucifer snapped his fingers, creating a multitude of parallel universes. And then, he disappeared into one of them. That was the moment when I had one last vision before losing consciousness. In this vision, not only was a future shown to me, but I saw the future as it was going to unfold in all the universes created by the devil. My vision revealed that in the new parallel universes, people would relive the same life over and over again. However, each parallel universe offered a slightly different life experience because when people were reincarnated, let's say in Universe 1, they made certain decisions in life. And after their death, their soul moved on to the next parallel universe where, at the point where a decision in a particular parallel universe would have caused their death, in the new universe, people made a different decision that prolonged their lives because their soul already knew the outcome of that decision and was curious about what would happen if they made a different choice. And when they died again, their soul would reincarnate into the next universe, and so on, until the human soul reached a state of perfect enlightenment and supreme goodness.